If you want to decorate a cake, here's what you gotta do. Ingredients you will need: 2 7-inch round cakes cut in two, 24 ounces of frosting, 18 ounces of fondant, cornstarch to powder surface. Tools you will need: 6-inch cake board, straight icing spatula, pizza pan, offset icing spatula, rotating cake stand, straight edge or pastry scraper, serrated knife, level, 10-inch foiled cake board or plate, rolling pin, wheel pizza cutter, icing smoother, measuring tape, cake topper, and matching ribbon.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm here with Kimmy Buchanan, and if you would like to know how to decorate a cake, here's what you gotta do.
Hi folks! Alright, I'm going to show you an easy method on how to decorate a cake with fondant. So I baked these 2-tier red velvet cakes and I pre-cut them. So all you have to do is just fill it.
So Kimmy has her own cake business where she decorates cakes, and if you have a special occasion, you can look her up on Kimmy's Cakes with a K.
.com. All K's.
Yeah.
Kimmy's Cakes. And you actually, so this is a 7-inch round, and I cut an inch smaller cake board. So, and I put a little icing on this. This is a 6-inch cake board with a 7-inch cake, and I place that on here. Okay, and then I just ice it again. So there's actually going to be like 4 layers of this cake.
Wow, that's a tall cake.
Yeah.
So how do you get the cake to be so flat on top? Because
okay, so that's a good question. Once you bake the cake, it comes out, it's sitting in the pan, and there's usually a domed
top
piece to it, right? So you just take your knife and you literally just slice that off. And then what I do is I actually save that additional cake, and I'll freeze it, and because I could use it in the future for cake balls. So that's what you don't really ever want to throw it away, because it's a waste of money and you can use it.
Yeah.
So then
that's a good idea.
The third piece.
Continue to add approximately 1/2 cup of icing each between the last 2 layers of cake.
Then I take my serrated knife and I trim around to meet the 6-inch board underneath. So it makes it just more even. You can kind of hear it when it hits the board a little bit. So. And that's actually tasty part because it's got some filling, so I usually eat that. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So yes, and then I just take this off. Thank you.
Yeah, yummy snacks for later.
Yeah, exactly. That's my problem, is I'm just
snacking on the
snacking as I'm eating. Okay, but then I also have to level the top to make sure that's even. And
this is very scientific.
Yeah, this is all measurements. This is, math. So, and I wasn't great at math, but I actually enjoy it now. So this is a level you can get from any, Home Depot, and I put it on top, and actually it's not bad.
Pretty
so
good.
It's right in the middle, right? Yeah. See that side's higher, so you have to go around and, this is definitely higher over here. So then you cut that off.
Continue to turn the level around the top of the cake, carving slightly only when necessary to make the top of the cake level.
I take the cake, I turn it upside down, and put it on the cake, on the pizza pan.
Just take
yeah.
Back here.
And I put it back on here. And when it's upside down like this, you can actually see better with the cake board. So I want to cut a little more.
Yeah.
A little more. Usually I do this when the cake's frozen. It's easier to cut because now it's very crumbly.
Right.
Okay. Later. Now I just take my buttercream, and you don't have to really be, what's the word?
Precious with it?
Yes, exactly. You can kind of be a little messy with it because you're going to go back and do it again. This is called crumb coating, and it's just what it sounds like. You're keeping all the crumbs in the cake so it doesn't get on your decoration. So you're going to crumb coat and then put it in the freezer for 10-15 minutes or so. And then you crumb coat it one more time. And then you're ready to put the fondant on. Okay.
So Kimmy, what
Yes.
originally got you into decorating cakes?
I've always kind of been artistic and I was always taking classes, whether it was photography or sculpting or stuff like that. And then one day I took a cake decorating course, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I took it from there. It's been 11 years this year. So,
wow.
The reason I got hooked is because it makes people happy. You never make a cake for a really sad occasion. It's always for a happy, right? Exactly, it's for a happy occasion. So now I'm going to take my straight edge that you could get at Home Depot, and you're going to spin this around.
That's so great.
Yeah, it's just like spackling. Okay, it doesn't have to be great because we're going to do it one more time once it's firmed up. And sweep this off like that. So now we pop that into the freezer for about 10 minutes, and then we'll do it again.
Let your cake cool in the freezer for 10 minutes, then add a second crumb coat.
Okay, so we took this out of the freezer. It was in about 15 minutes or so, and I'm going to crumb coat it again. And I whipped the buttercream a little more to make it more smooth, because you really want it smooth. Because if you cover your cake in fondant with these little divots and holes, it's going to show up.
Right.
So you have to make this like a very clean palette.
It helps if you have a very warm house.
Pretty warm.
Yeah. Pretty
Yes.
warm. I would say like
70,
72 degrees.
Yeah,
in the
totally,
house.
totally. Because otherwise the buttercream becomes like chunky like this, Okay. So you want to put enough on here. You can really load it up because you're going to take your straight edge and just take it right off. So you're not really wasting it.
This smells so good. This is what you want your house to smell like.
A big
It's
candle.
Very inviting.
A big vanilla candle. This is actually Swiss meringue buttercream.
It's
That's all I
delicious.
use. The recipe's intimidating sounding because you have to double boil it, and then you have to measure the temperature, and blah, 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 blah. But it's really simple, and it's so worth it. It doesn't even compare to our American buttercream.
We're definitely going to have to do another time with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's a lesson for
absolutely.
another day, but
Yeah.
it smells and tastes amazing.
There's Swiss meringue buttercream, there's Italian meringue buttercream. I haven't made that yet, so I'm not really sure what the difference is there. But I'm sure it tastes just as good. All right.
If it's Italian, it's probably puts a few more pounds.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe there's like mascarpone in there or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. Okay, now I'm going to take the straight edge.
Do you need a moppy? Or you keep looking for a
I just
for your
need a
hands?
napkin.
Oh.
See, so it comes out pretty smooth. Thank you. But definitely learning how to do it with this straight edge has saved so much time.
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty good. All right. Okay. That's fine for what we're doing. So I'm gonna scoop this off. Okay, now what I'm going to do is flip it.
Piece de resistance.
Yes, and hold on, I brought a cake board that was already covered in foil. So I'm going to flip it right onto here. Hold on, let me put a little buttercream. And we're going to flip it. Flip it good. Like that. Pop it off.
Beautiful.
And now I use my offset spatula to put the top on. It's easier. So you just want to make it.
It's so pretty already, and we haven't even gotten to the really hard part
and it's
yet.
got little red velvet speckles showing through.
It looks delicious. But now that I understand, you want it to be almost like
like a square,
like a square on the edge. Yeah. A good edge. Good edge. Yeah.
So let's just do that. So now. Okay, so you take this again, and you just go around.
It's mesmerizing.
I get in my zone. And then you just kind of smooth. You need the offset to do this part because you just can't, it'll take a chunk of cake out of it, you know?
Yeah. Smooth out the edges.
Smooth edges, and see there's just a little more here, and a little more here. It's a process, you know. You don't really want to rush because it'll show up after the fact that you rushed because you'll see things that you don't want to.
See, there's people out there who have the patience for this, and the ones that don't. You go to kimmyscakes.com
and I'll do it for you. You order from me online, and I literally show up with a cake. Like, that's it. I make it so easy. Just tell me what you want, and then I will show up at your party.
For my dad's 70th, Kimmy did a beautiful ship on the water.
Sailboat, right?
A sailboat on the water for my, because my dad's into boats, even though he doesn't own a boat, but he loves them anyway. And so I will put that on the website so you can see, and then also a link to Kimmy's site so you can go check out what other cakes she does.
That would be great.
They're amazing.
Thank you. I love doing it. If you're a solitary person like I am, you just get in your zone. You know, like it's great.
The work zone.
Yep.
I think everybody gets the
idea. They get the idea. Yeah. So, all right.
All right, next step.
We're
going to do some fondant.
Yep, but we're going to put this back in the freezer.
In the meantime.
In the meantime. Yeah.
Great.
Just for 10 minutes. Hello. So we're back. And we took the cake out of the freezer again. And we're going to cover it with fondant. Do you want to roll it? Or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you just have to, we put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to get it a little warm. So, this is cornstarch. So you just put it on the surface so it doesn't stick. And then you could knead it with your hands a little bit. It's just like Play-Doh.
It's so warm.
I know. It's like warm dough, pizza dough.
Yeah, I feel like my hands are cold. I'm gonna like harden it up. No, but yeah, it's like as if you were doing just like a dough, right?
Yeah, totally. Okay. All right, so flip it over. That's good. And put it back down, and then you can take the rolling pin and just bang it. And you want to get it pretty thin, like 1/8 of an inch. Normally we do.
Okay. So do it like that, and then this way.
Yeah. And there's other rolling pins you could use. I mean, just regular, the ones that have the handle.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, I like this one.
Anything that's easier to clean.
Definitely.
It's awesome.
So you want to flip it so you get kind of more of a round shape.
Yeah, I'm making it square.
No, that's okay. That's what happens. You have to kind of keep turning it.
Okay.
Or even squares, that's fine. Just as long as it's wide enough to cover this. So this is a 7-inch cake. It's about 5 inches high. So 7 plus 5 is what? 12? So we need it to be at least 12 inches in diameter to cover the cake.
Oh, I can show you my bedazzled measure.
Oh, there we go.
How cute.
Oh, come on. I need that. Okay. So how wide is that so far?
We're
So
over
we're
12
good.
that way. And how many this way?
12.
12 and 12?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's good. So you take your little handy dandy smoother and you smooth it all out. And if there's anything in there, like there's, sometimes you get specks of food or whatever, you just take a straight pin and you just take it out. All right, so now what I do is put it over the rolling pin and then you just drape it over the cake like so, and then you smooth it out on top, and you try to get all the air bubbles out. And if you have an air bubble, use that straight pin just to pop them. And you wanna go around the top edge first so that it adheres to the cake there, and then you just smooth it like this. Okay, so, and then I go around with this and smooth it. Take this pizza cutter and you cut off the excess.
Oh, look at how beautiful it looks already. It's so smooth.
That's why I love fondant. I mean, it's just the perfect medium to make things with. And then you just put this back in the bag. So you don't, and air is fondant's enemy too.
Yeah.
Air dries it out. So you want to keep it in the bag.
Suck out all that air.
Yeah. So, and then you can spend as long as you want smoothing it. Okay, so I pre-made this flour, zebra flour, and it's made out of hardened fondant, which you add some Tylose to. You can buy that at Michael's or wherever, and it becomes super hard. So it's not something you're really gonna eat. It's for decorations, but it sounds like ceramic. Yeah. So you just want to put it on an angle to dress it up a little bit, like that. And then I have a matching zebra ribbon.
That is so cute.
I mean, this is just something you could do fairly quickly, and it's it's cute, it's impressive, and then you just like that, and then you just secure it with some buttercream on the back. So
perfect.
That's it.
Look at that.
Voila.
Thank you so much
You're
for being here today.
welcome, of course.
Can't wait to cut into this.
Yes, red velvet.
Don't forget to check out Kimmy's Cakes at kimmyscakes.com, all K's. And if you have any questions on anything you'd like to learn about, you can make comments on our website and we'll tell you, here's what you got to do. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Special thanks to our guest, Kimberly Buchanan, kimmyscakes.com. For a great Swiss meringue buttercream recipe, check out Kimmy's video on YouTube. Please check out my website, hereswhatyagottado.wordpress.com, and if you like what you see, please subscribe.